The cost of living in this Canada is after my life. Like, it is legit after my life. In this video, we are going to be talking about the cost of living in Edmonton, Alberta. So in case you're thinking of moving to Canada or moving to Alberta or moving to Edmonton, this is the video for you. This week on TikTok shop for like less than £3. So I'm ready for the second time here on YouTube. So focus on what I'm saying and focus on my face, and let's leave this week alone because it's genuinely after my life, after my progress, after everything good that concerns me. It's actually even entering my eyes anyway. I'm going out today with my friend. My friend just called me up. I was like, hey, I want to take you out today. And I'm gay, but I'm not wearing this wig. I'm wearing something else, another wig anyway. I just wanted to quickly make this video and then prepare to go. As you can see, I'm all made up. It's just to wear my other wig and wear my dress, look cute. And first of all, if you are just coming across my channel, my name is Giftogo. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber who recently moved from the UK to Canada, and I currently live in Alberta. On this channel, I share things that will help you, improve your life. For instance, career tips, remote jobs tips. I also share a bit of immigration tips, and I also share vlogs about my life in Canada. So if these are things that you're interested in, follow along, follow this channel. Just follow me, and also follow me on TikTok. I'm very active there. I'm more fun there. I'm not saying I'm not fun here. I'm fun here, okay? I'm fun here, okay? Anyway, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the cost of living in Canada, the cost of living in Alberta, and the cost of living in my city, Edmonton. I'm going to be telling you guys the amount of money that I spend paying for different things, or not really exactly the amount of money, a range of, like, I'll give you a small range of the amount of money that I actually spend on rent, on electricity, internet, phone bills, groceries, everything that you actually need. So if this is your first time coming across my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let's get into the first thing that takes the chunk or the bulk of our money, which is rent. I currently live in Edmonton. I live in an apartment building, and I said I'm not going to mention exactly how much my rent is. So I pay anywhere from 1,300 to 1,500 for my rent. 1,300 to 1,500 for my rent, and it is a one-bed apartment, so I pay 1,300 to 1,500 for my rent. So put that down. It also depends on the location. I think if you live close to downtown, it's more expensive. I don't live far from downtown though, like it's just one bus ride to downtown, but this is the range of my apartment. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much it is that I spend on rent, but if you have to, like, budget for rent, it depends on where you're looking at, where you want to stay in Edmonton. If it's the north of Edmonton, downtown, it to be more expensive for you, but I've always been discouraged not to stay in downtown because they're like, oh, like a lot of things go on there, especially in the evening. So I like the area that I live in, Edmonton. It's a very residential area, very calm and chilled. And then the views from my apartment, you guys, the views from my apartment, it is massive. So I really love it here. And this is the range that I actually pay in rent. So if you're looking to move to Edmonton, I don't know how much people pay in Ontario or even in Toronto in Ontario. I know that the rent is crazy. And this range will not get you a one bed in this area. I don't even know if it's going to get you a one bed in this kind of area in Calgary, but I'm just speaking for Edmonton. So if it's something that you're actually looking to, if you're looking to move to Edmonton, you should keep around this range for your rent if you're looking for a one bed. Also, we need to also talk about the deposit. For some apartments, they would expect you to pay the same amount of money in deposits, but for my apartment building, they didn't expect that. I think it was way less than the normal rent that we actually paid for the deposit. My apartment in the UK, the deposit cost way more than my rent anyway. So yeah, that's about that for the rent and how much it costs to rent in Edmonton. If it's a 2-bed, I'll take it maybe from 1,500 to 1,700, 1,900, around that range. And it also depends on where you're renting. Are you renting a townhouse or an apartment building, the area that you're actually renting, and the kind of like house that you're looking for. If you need something that is a bit more modern, it's going to cost you more. And if you need something that is maybe a bit old-fashioned, you might get cheaper. Also, when it has to do with rent, if you're staying in a basement apartment, to be cheaper than when you rent a place that is not a basement apartment. So if you do not have a lot of money regarding rent, you might want to start with a basement apartment. I don't live in a basement apartment though, but it's also like really nice. I've been to a basement apartment and it's really, really nice. It's also spacious and airy. So if you cannot afford like maybe a rent, or you're short on budget and you're just starting, you're a new immigrant in a new country and you're short on finances and you don't want to like spend extravagantly, get a basement apartment is way cheaper than when you are not living in a basement apartment. So that's what I'll say regarding rent. This is how much that I spend regarding rent in a month living in Edmonton. I know some people will be like, oh Gift, you don't like to tell us anything, you'll not show us your house, you'll not give us a range. I'm sorry, I will change, okay? I'll be a better person and change. The next thing I spend money on is my electricity bill. And like I said, I'm going to be telling you a range so you know what to prepare for. It is within $30 to $50 per month. For now though, because it's not winter yet, okay? It's not winter yet. Maybe when it's winter, it will go up. And we don't really cook a lot because our cooker is like electric. We don't really cook a lot. We don't really use electricity a lot, except to charge our phones, and maybe we don't really use electricity a lot. I think that's why it's this small. So I think when we're using it back to back, like during winter, we would use a lot of electricity. It's going to go up, and maybe during winter I will do an updated video for you guys so you guys can just like see what we spend money on when it has to do with electricity. But if your house is bigger, obviously you're going to pay more. If it's smaller, you might pay less. It depends. Okay, it depends. So that's all I have to say for electricity. It's not a lot. In the UK, when they bring an electricity bill, all my body will be shaking. My chest will be paining me because it's a lot of money, a lot of money. Not the same here, so I really appreciate that it is quite affordable. The thing we spend money on regarding our cost of living or like utilities is the internet bill, and this one is really cheap because my apartment kind of subsidized it. So they have like a collaboration with TELUS and they subsidized it. So for internet bill, we're supposed to be paying like $100, but we pay $50. Look, I didn't tell you the range for this one, so like I mean it's something good, right? I didn't tell you the range for this one is $50 for the internet fee per month. The same amount of money per month, $50, and it's subsidized because our apartment has a collaboration with the internet company or the internet service provider. I don't know how much it will be in other apartments. I'm just talking about my apartment. So you can see that utility bills in Canada, they are quite lower than what is applicable in the UK. In the UK, the apartment I stayed in provided the internet anyways. I don't know how much it costs, but I know that it's quite pricey. So if you live in the UK or you've lived in the UK, how much did you pay for internet if you were paying for your internet bill yourself? The next thing that we actually spend money on is transport. For me, my transport cost I think it's like 27 point something Canadian dollars for 10 tickets. 27 point something dollars for 10 tickets. So it depends on how many times per week that you're going out. So I would say for the tickets, I would give a rough range of like $50 per month for the tickets, because I don't go out every single time. I don't go to work every single time. I don't go out every single time, you know. So when I'm outside, I have somewhere to go to and all of that. I take the bus and I use the tickets. I'm not always outside. I'm mostly inside the house. You understand? So for the transportation, $50, because there's no car yet. We don't have a car yet, so we're not paying for car insurance. So that bill is also out of the way. That's why I said I would do an updated one, because I want to start from this week to start reading for my theory driving test. If you've been following me for a while, you know that when I went to Nigeria earlier this year, I learned how to drive, and I wanted to learn how to drive before I moved to before I moved to the UK. So I had, if you've watched my PR story, please go back and watch it if you've not watched it. I mentioned that, you know, I wrote my IELTS and I had done my verification when I was still in Nigeria, and when I entered the pool and I had to rewrite my IELTS, but I didn't write it again. I started the UK process. But when I was about to rewrite my IELTS, I already took I went to a driving school in but I didn't enroll though, but I just went to see for myself what it was, and I knew that I was going to come back and enroll. However, you know, UK preparation happened and I was like, you know what, I don't have to do this. But if I was still in Nigeria, that was around like 2021, and I did not have any plans to move to the UK, I would have definitely like bought a car. So I would have learned how to drive. I wanted to learn how to drive in like 2021 ending. So yeah, there's no car yet. I'm going to do my theory driving test and I will carry you guys along and keep you guys updated. It's just the transportation bill, and for that I just used the bus. I've not used Uber in the month of September. I didn't use Uber in the month of September, so it's just like the bus, you know. And I would say for that, maybe $50 would work for you if you don't go out a lot. However, if you have to go to work every day, it might be different. Do you understand? You might spend more. So it's different for me, and you know, just have this in mind. This is like a rough estimate, so you will know exactly what it is that you should expect if you are trying to like move to Edmonton, Alberta, how much you should budget, the kind of apartment that you're going for. If you have a car, you know that you don't have to buy the bus ticket. I don't. That's why I buy a bus ticket. Okay. Next thing is the phone bill. The phone bill is the cheapest here for me because I do not currently have like a contract for my phone. My phone is my phone. I didn't get it from any company here in Canada. So I pay from 20 something to like, let's say it's from 20 something to like $40 per month. To be honest, I've not paid up to $40 per month. It's usually around like 20 something to $30 per month. It's actually very cheap for me. I always say for me because, like, you know, like I remember one time I talked about going to a hotel in Ibadan and I stayed there. I think it was like 25,000 naira per night or per day. And I said, oh, it was affordable, and people called me out, and I was like, oh, 25K is not affordable. So 20 something dollars to 30 something dollars for your phone bill. So that's how much you should budget for that. Do you understand? So it depends, or it might be higher if you get a phone contract. A phone contract, it's also they also do it in the UK. It's something that you get a phone, maybe an iPhone, a Samsung from the company, your phone company, and then they add the phone bill, and then your mobile airtime and data and all of that bill together, and they give you a phone bill for the month. But I don't have that phone. I don't have a phone contract. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. My phone is not on contract with any Canadian company. Do you understand? So that's why I pay from like 20 something dollars to like $40 for my phone bill every month. I think you also need to get in touch with your network providers. Some of them actually have a collaboration where you can call Nigeria. However, be very careful. Don't go and, it's better you call Nigeria on WhatsApp, or don't go and call with the phone contract and you not now understand what's going on when they slam you with a very heavy bill. Don't do that. Don't be that person, okay? Make sure you ask questions and read. Also, phone companies, mine is Fido, they usually give like a referral bonus. So if you bring somebody, I think you get something off. There's something that you get. Also, if you put your phone on that, if you put it on direct debit, which means that they can actually debit you immediately when it's time to pay your bills, I think you get like $5 off or something from your phone bill for my phone company, the phone company that I use. But I don't know, it's different for other phone companies. So just ask. You decide on the city that you want to come to. If it's Edmonton and you found where to live, make sure that the network that you choose is really good and strong. At where you have to do with getting a phone contract, it's also very important to know that you also need like the mobile data. Why you need to get why you need to pay for your phone, that your SIM and data, is the fact that sometimes you would go outside and there's no Wi-Fi outside. Maybe you're on the bus or something and you need to like maybe call people back home or like send this mail or that mail. You don't want to run out of airtime or data. Do you understand? So that's why you probably have to pay for the phone bill. But remember, it's not like the contract where you get a phone and all of that. So yeah, that's about how much I pay for my phone bill. Like, now I've been rambling up and down, but please pardon me, okay? The next thing you need money for is your insurance. But this depends on your apartment, you understand, or where you live. For my apartment, we pay house insurance every month, or home insurance every month, and insurance costs anywhere from $25 to $30. This is the range. It's not more than this. It's affordable. I'm saying that it's not expensive because I know that in the UK, utilities, they were quite on the high side. Do you understand? So it's not expensive. It's like $25 to $30. Your home might not require you to pay any insurance fee, but if your home does require an insurance fee, it should be around like $25 to $30. It depends on the size of your home, the building, or the landlord, and there are a lot of things to consider. I'm just giving you a range so you would know what you're paying for. The next thing people pay for is parking. In my apartment, I think parking is like from $50 to $100. I don't want to mention exactly how much it is, but from $50 to $100. But it depends on your apartment. So here in my apartment, every flat has like a parking space. I have a parking space, even though I don't have motor, but I have a parking space. I have a parking space, okay? So everybody has like a parking space, and for the parking space, I think it's from $50 to $100. I don't have a car yet, so I'm not paying car insurance. I'm not paying for my car. I'm also not paying for a parking space. So all these bills, I'm not paying for them, so I don't know about them. But if you're coming to Edmonton, you should know that if you're coming and maybe you're a big family, you will need a car. If you are buying a car, you know that you need to pay for car insurance monthly, and you also need to pay for a parking space, especially if you're living in an apartment building that has a parking space. You need to pay for parking, and this costs money, okay? The next thing that you would need money for is groceries. This is the second biggest one in a month after rent. Groceries in Canada are very, very, very expensive. Like, yeah, the prices of groceries are off the roof. I go into Walmart, come out $70, $100 out of my account. And anytime I go there and come out, like, money just like leaves, okay? Groceries are extremely expensive. So groceries, it depends on your family size. It depends on how you guys eat. Groceries, you should budget anywhere from $300 to like $600 for groceries. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It can be less when you have like a lot of remaining things from the past month that you've not used is less. But when everywhere is empty, there is nothing in your fridge, there's nothing in your pantry, nothing anywhere, like you guys are, you need food, it's going to be very expensive. African store, the cost of food in African store is almost the same thing that you get in the UK. So in African store, most times you spend like, anytime you go there, we spend like $200 buying beef. You can buy beef of like $65 plus, and then buying like things like egusi, palm oil, normal things that you get in an African store, noodles, and just a lot of things. And then there's also the big grocery shopping for the month at Walmart, where you buy things like cleaning supplies, you buy things like dishwashing liquid, beverages, cereals, eggs, butter, milk, Ovaltine. You guys know that I'm super into bread, okay? I'm super into bread, so we usually buy bread like 2-3 times in a week. Sorry, we like bread in this house. I know that it's not healthy, but we like bread in this house, and we're always eating bread. So like, potatoes, most times you even see plantain in Walmart. These things add up. By the time you're at the check-in, check-out side, and you're just like scanning, you see the price, and you just be like, when did that happen? What's going on? When did that happen? Groceries are going to be one of your biggest expenses in Canada. It's one of the reasons that I miss the UK. I miss the UK so much, because groceries in the UK are way more affordable than they are in Canada. So groceries are going to be one of your biggest expenses. The way I'm saying this now is it's seeming like it's not affordable, it's not doable, it's too hard. I'm not saying that it's easy here, but I'm saying that you'll be able to afford these basic needs. You'll be able to pay for these basic things. If you're working, you'll be able to pay for these basic things. So don't let the cost of living scare you. Edmonton is not as expensive as other major cities. It's not as expensive as Calgary or as Toronto or Vancouver, or like all these other bigger cities that are way more expensive. It's not as expensive as they are. Life is actually a bit bearable here. My apartment here is way bigger than what I got in the UK, and I was paying way more in the UK than here. I think it's because I was living close to London. That's why the apartment was so freaking expensive, because it's way cheaper for me here than there, even when you convert it. So these things are things that if you're working, you'll be able to afford it. Even if you're earning the minimum wage, if you're alone, you live alone and all of that, if you're earning the minimum wage, you'll be able to figure it out and pay your bills. If you are two, you have like a partner, even better, because like both of you will combine your resources to make sure that the living condition is a bit bearable. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I know that a lot of you have been wanting to know the cost of living. Is it something I can do? Should I waste my time doing it? Should I bother even coming here? I think you should if you want to. I think you should. I'm not going to discourage you from coming to Canada. I think it's a very beautiful country. It's hard, but it's something that you can actually do. I'm going to make a video very soon. I think this week, because this video is going to go up this week. So I'm going to make another video this week talking about some of my experiences here. It's going to be quite controversial though, but you guys should please look out for that video. It's coming really soon. I'm going out with my friend today, and I need to go and get myself ready. I've already done my makeup. I'm just going to apply more lip gloss. This is the wig that I'm wearing. My hair straightener, I meant to bring it from the UK. I've not bought another hair straightener. So I have the one from the UK, and the sockets, they're not the same thing. So I will buy another one really soon. But for now, we're going to make do of these. I called it not long ago, so I'm going to take it out very soon, and just get dressed. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and I'll say follow me on TikTok. I'm more active on TikTok. I mean, I'm active on YouTube, but I'm more active on TikTok. If there's any question that you have for me, leave it in the comment section. If you want to chat to me one-on-one, I have a link in the description box that you can click, and you get access to my calendar, see when I'm free, and book an appointment with me so that we'll have a conversation. However, I think everything you want to ask me, I've made videos on them. But if you think that I've not covered what you want to ask me, definitely book that appointment as soon as possible. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me, watching everything that I put out. I see your comments, I see your emails, I see everything, and I'm very grateful for all of your support. Even those that follow me here and follow me on TikTok, or those that came from TikTok, I'm very grateful for your support. When I started, it was, I don't know if this is what of thanks or something. When I started, it was I think from June I had 150 something followers on TikTok, and it has skyrocketed to almost 4,500, and it will probably be 4,500 by the end of September, which is really amazing. In my wildest dream, I didn't expect this amount of engagement and support from everybody. So I want to say thank you so freaking much for watching everything that I put out, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for reaching out to me to even know if I'm okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Until I come here again next time, be good, be nice to your neighbors, and bye.